here we go. And here's where I have some problems with the damn show. Kyle says, it's not one thing that led to this. It's not one thing, it's everything. There's no cheating. There's no cheating that's gone on. I mean, then we have Kyle. Before Kyle, let's come back to that for a minute. This scene before the final scene, this scene with Kyle and Mauricio and the children, it's like, look, they picked cameras back up. What, what I mean, this is where it's like when I have Catherine Edwards on or I have Alison Dubois on, and we say, like, Kyle basically would do anything for the show. I mean, it's true. I mean, what? Look, we loved watching this scene, right? We loved having this scene, but what do you say? Like, what do you forget Portia, your young child who lives in the house? What do you say to your other daughters, Farah, in between filming Buying Beverly Hills? Forget about Mauricio for a minute. What do you say to your children to like get them there? Like, we're picking cameras back up. We've been on the show for 13 years. This is our story. We owe it to people. I guess that's exactly what you say. But I mean, I don't know. Look, everyone handles things differently. I'm not one of those like, I mean, I'm also not on a reality show. And I guess if I was, I would, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking myself out of it now because I'm such a professional that will do anything to get the job done. That maybe if that was my job, I'd be doing the same thing. But it just seems weird to me, right? Like, this isn't a reality show. This is life. Yeah, it's as bad as your breakup with Kathy and your breakup with Kim and yeah, I mean, so, but it is weird. Like, right? Like to get all four of your kids. One of these kids didn't say, I am not filming a fucking reality show that I get paid no money for. I mean, yes, I'd like you to make your money, but no, have the fucking meeting without me. Right? I mean, Mauricio too. I mean, he said yes to this just to sit there. And I mean, and it's not his fault that the marriage is over, but it's like, what do you have to do to get to that scene? Right? Because no one can force the children there. No one can force Mauricio there. That to me is just weird. Like, you really will do anything for this fucking show. I mean, that scene to me is like, it's real. But I would have been like, you can take your cameras, Bravo, get on all fours. I'll provide the knee pads and shove the cameras up your fucking ass. You are not filming me, my four daughters, and my husband that I'm separated from, that I'm probably going to get a divorce from, having this conversation on air. You can fuck off. That's what I would have said. It's just weird to me that this scene was filmed. Sorry, it just is. I would have been like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Then we have the final scene where Kyle is looking at the camera and we, hear the producer say, you know, well, whatever. And she said, there are things that have happened that have made me lose trust in him that I cannot recover from. I mean, stop it. Just stop it. I'm done with this. I'm literally done with this whole thing. I don't want to watch Beverly Hills next season. I will. If we're this going to be about this, stop it. Stop it. Give people answers, And this is different than Erika Jayne saying, like, I can't elaborate because I have lawyers. And I mean, stop it. Okay. Like, stop giving vague answers like that. It's bullshit. These people listening deserve better from this show. Right? So there's things that happen that made me lose trust in him that I can't recover from. Well, first of all, it's pretty obvious, unless you're a fucking moron. How did Teresa do on Name That Tune? I really, really need to know. Did Teresa do well and did she beat Little Archie? But unless you're a fucking moron, okay? Unless you're a total moron, your mind goes to like things that happen that made me lose trust that I can't recover from, an affair. So just say an affair if that's what it is. But you know what? You can read that in so many directions. You can say, well, my best friend Lorene died and Mauricio wasn't there for me. That could be something that, happened, that you lost trust in him. You needed him the most, right? And he wasn't there, and you just can't recover from that. You lost your best friend in the entire world, and your husband wasn't emotionally there for you. Why not just use Alison Dubois' line and say he didn't emotionally fulfill me? Let's give a shout out to our friend Alison Dubois. Great birthday party that she had in Arizona. So glad I went, but man, I mean, Allison likes her day rose as much as I do. We had fun. Her friends were lovely. Yeah, yes and yes kind of thing. I don't like it. It's like teasing the audience and we're not getting a resolve. When you dangle that carrot and you're not going to say, I mean, she said earlier there was 2 months earlier, or whatever the fuck it was, a month that, there was no cheating. Well, now you're saying this statement. People are thinking cheating, but you're not saying that. And you can read a lot of things into that statement. It could be about Lorene, it could be about anything. So stop it. Now, looking ahead, we're dangling, and we'll cover the reunion next week. We're dangling that Kyle, according to Garcelle Bouvet, that Kyle reveals new information that we have not heard about her and Morgan and Mauricio. So here we go again, thinking that we're going to clarify that statement, that we're going to get something, did he cheat or did you cheat or whatever? And we're going to get nothing. It's going to be a nothing burger, okay? Which is bullshit. So I'm just upset for all of you. Dorit also recently gave a interview at the People's Choice Awards. She was on the carpet. She's like, look, I've been doing this for so long. I can see anyone, no matter how awkward it is. She said that, look, Dorit's hurt. Dorit is just hurt. Good, she has emotions. She says that her and Kyle will always be okay, but she believes. But yeah, there's a fracture in their friendship. I know, I saw the clip next week. She says to Erika, Kyle texted me the night before and told me to lie or to just basically threaten me, don't reveal anything. Anyway, she says that she doesn't have an issue with Garcelle, but it takes two people. And if Garcelle has an issue with her, there's nothing she can do. And she says she would love Lisa Rinna to come back next season. Well, guess what? Lisa Rinna's not coming back next season. Not yet, or not really anytime soon. Harry Hamlin told me when I saw him in November that he is just so thrilled. I mean, have that conversation with Harry. Look, Harry will stick by her no matter what, of course. But you know what I'm saying? You do know what I'm saying. I think Dorit and PK will make it. And then here's what, here we go again. Dorit said, because we all know Dorit said there's a shocking ending to this reunion. Garcelle said there's a shocking ending to the reunion. Dorit said this. Let me read this exact quote. If I give you a hint, you can do simple addition. Yet it's not addition, it's subtraction. And that's how it ended. Let me repeat that. Dorit says about the shocking ending that her and Garcelle are referring to. If I give you a hint, you can do simple addition.